In this video, I will show you how to set up your course default settings. So when you're creating courses, it will be so much easier and faster to create a course. So let's go to Site Administration. Then click on Courses. And then click on Course Default Settings. It will show you this. So let's go to a particular course. I'll go to this course here. Okay, so let's follow along. First, you can set it to either show the course at startup or hide the course. Now remember, when we're busy with the course settings, we want to hide it while it's still under development. Okay, so here we can specify to hide all new courses until they are ready to publish. Okay, so once you create a course, it will be hidden. Okay, and when you're ready, you can publish it. You can unhide this. Okay, so let's leave this on hide. Then enable download course content. So here you can set to allow the users or the participants or your students to download your course material. Okay, so once you set this on yes, they will have access to download the course material. Okay, I'll usually leave it on no. Then the number of participants per page. So if you're in your course, so let's just cancel this. If you're in your course and you click on participants, that indicates the list of participants here. So currently there's only one, but if you have more than 100 students, only 20 of them will show on one page. Then it will be the next page, will be the next 20 and so forth. Okay, so you will have 5 pages of 20 participants each. Okay, that's what this means. Then the course format, it's currently on custom sections. I suggest you leave it on that. So within the particular course, if you're creating a course, you'll see that under course format, the first option is custom sections, and this is basically the custom sections. So you can select the weekly section, a single activity or social, or you can specify a plugin that you've downloaded, so on course formats, that you can set as your default. Then the maximum number of sections. This is basically, if you go to the course, here you'll see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So here you can create up to 52 sections, but you can increase or decrease this number. Okay. Then the number of default sections is 4. So here you'll see 1, 2. Whenever you create a new course, there will be 4 sections. But if you want this to be more, you can specify it up until 52. So if I say that there should be 100 sections, you'll see that this list increases to 100. Okay. So that's the default 4. Then hidden sections. So hidden sections are completely invisible. So if I hide a section here, should it be visible or should users still see it, but it should be shown as not available? So hidden sections are shown as not available, or hidden sections are completely invisible. Okay. Then your course layout. Should the layout be show all sections on one page like here? All the sections on one page, or should it be that you want show one section per page, and then you will have different pages. Okay. Then the course end date enabled by default. So if I go into the settings now, you'll see that the course end date is enabled by default. If you don't want to make this a default setting, you will uncheck this box, but usually I'll leave it. Okay. Then your course duration, should it be 365 days, or do you have a course duration of 100 days and so forth? So here you can specify it. Okay. If you specify it here, you'll see that your calendar here will update. So your course start date, your course end date. Okay. Then force language. So here you can, if you installed more than one language pack, okay, you can force a language pack on that particular course. Then the number of announcements is usually, if I go back to my course, The number of announcements are usually here under the General tab. So you can specify here the number of announcements that should be under your General tab, and you usually make this 1. Okay. Then show gradebook to students. I'll leave it on yes. This is basically where you want students to access their grades. So by clicking on grades, they will have access to their grades. Then do you want to show activity reports? Okay, so this is under reports. So here they can see their particular reports. And then show activity dates. Show activity reports, yes. And then show activity dates, yes. Okay. Then the maximum upload size, and this is usually for teachers as well as students. If you want to allow them just to upload up to 5 megabytes, you specify it here. And whenever you create a new course, this will be the default setting. You can increase this later on, but I usually make this either 10 megabytes or 5 megabytes. Okay, so I'll leave it on 5. Then completion tracking, this is really important. So make sure that this is both on yes. So show activity completion tracking is yes, and show activity completion conditions, yes. This is for reporting purposes, as well as if you want to issue a certificate, then you want to make sure that all the activities were completed within the course. So then this becomes important. Okay. Then our group modes. If you have groups in your courses, so if I have groups in my courses here, I can then make it a default setting that all courses should have separate groups. And I'll usually check that so that when I create a group, only the group members and the teacher sees that particular group. Okay, I'll make that separate groups. And then force groups, I'm not allowing this force groups, so I'll leave it on no. And then I can also specify communication provider by selecting custom link. And then when I select a custom link, I can specify where that custom link should take them. Okay, if I'm done, I click on save changes, and that will become my default setting. So now if I want to create a course, you'll see the course will adopt this settings here. Okay, so just for exercise purposes, I'll make this 6 and I'll save it. So let's just create a course and see what happens. Okay, if I want to create a course here, I click on courses, and then I can add a new course. I can specify the name, so this is just for testing purposes, and I'll copy this and I'll paste it there as well, testing. I'll leave it on the top section. I'll choose another, let's leave it on course planning. You'll see there it's hidden, and you'll see there the course end date is selected. If I scroll down now under course format, we've selected that it should be custom settings, and there you can see the number of sections is 6. We've checked this, that hidden sections are completely invisible, and then we show all sections in one page. And then under appearance, we said that we shouldn't force a language. The number of announcements should be 1. The gradebook should show yes, show activity yes, and show activity dates yes. File uploads, we specified 5 megabytes, and then completion, we said yes, and then groups, we specified that it should be separate groups, and then we didn't add tags. You'll see now this immediately decreases the time you spend within the course settings. Okay, the only thing you need to do is type in the name of your course and a short name, and then an ID, and then specify the course start date and end date. The rest is already done. You can add a description, you can add an image, and then these are already done for you. And that really decreases your time spending on adding settings to each new course, so that you know then that all your courses will have the same settings. Now for the courses that we will be creating, I'll show you changing the individual settings, just to make sure that you understand the process. But going forward, we are using the course default settings.